till I make my way up. I'm out here stepping, repping, flow electric, time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching, got us beside us. Still ride with a in the fleece, I'ma up my piece if you trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confessions, go to the high up. These ain't come from the cause, we different than breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes, I see through the lies, they pop. Piper, warfare with spiritual force, just fighting the demons, really for lifers. I was stuck in the state of me trying to survive. I was ready to rise and ready to thrive and cut off the poisonous ties. Ain't no heart in the game, but even the courage we live in the wizard of Oz. Get the money and change, we ruin the vibes and tracking and jiving. In a turbulent time, and we need a spiritual teaching to keep us alive. No more selling us lies or selling beside me while the enemy hide. Yeah, I'm feeling a change in order. Treading dangerous waters. The demise of falsely idols. Get exposed to cold and morals. Ooh. I get the remedy, God is the centerpiece. Pray for my enemies, pray for my enemies. I get the tendency, you kinda finicky, huh? Dot on his head, dot on his nose. Follow the lamb, don't follow the goat. Pray for the homie, he died from. I've been healing, feeling, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm out here stepping, repping, flow electric, time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching. God is beside us, still ride with a cook in the fleece. I'ma up my piece if you trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confessions, go to the high up. These ain't come from the cause, we different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes, I see through the lies, they pop. Piper, warfare with spiritual force, just fighting the demons, really for lifers.
If you didn't know, maybe better than us. One hand on his queen, left on the freak. He probably thought they wouldn't meet. Shawty seen everything, and you know she got him beat. Cause her side ain't in the streets. She ain't the one to play with you. Her DMs, they be sliding like base hitters. And mother fellas, they be seeing her work. You say you want an angel, then give her heaven or earth. I respect your relationship. I don't care if you don't. But I think girls better than men. And I won't tell if you don't. A dog gon' be a dog, but a gon' be more clever. Oh, a dog gon' be a dog, but a gon' be more clever. Yeah.
Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, Cleveland, Ohio, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed, and that means we are set for football at Huntington Bank Field. But today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in Week 1, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Cleveland Browns. On the visitor's sideline, there's Bengals head coach Zach Taylor. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from Cleveland. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And when he came out of college, we all knew he had the chance to be one of the better quarterbacks in the league. He got there in short fashion and elevates everyone around him. Led the league in passing last year was nearly 5,000 yards and had 43 touchdown passes. He's hoping to get his team back to the playoffs after falling just short a season ago.
14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
First down. A gain of 14. First down, Bengals.
Burrow looking to pass. Open man is Higgins. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 41-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41.
Open man is chased complete.
And brought down, but not before that, inside the 25. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
First down. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Cincinnati.
That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Here comes the 7th play in this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
Now it's Burrow. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6.
For the field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Orchestrating the offense will be a man who, of course, won a national title back in his days at Clemson, Deshaun Watson.
And he's exactly the man you want in control of your offense. Excellent arm, good zip on the ball, not afraid to use his legs when he needs to. And when he's excelled at doing it,
his first throw of the season is intercepted. It's D.J. Turner who's got it. And the Bengals are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Well, that's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Burrow will throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down by the Bengal pressure. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
A little juke. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together. Burrow on play action. Able to get away. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Burrow.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. And they were able to get him down and force the punt.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20.
The football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
That's caught at the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Jerry Judy.
66 yards.
And the Browns have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, I'd be at practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll start with the option.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
The slot man in motion right. Here's Burrow. That's taken in by Higgins. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
Now it's Burrow. Well, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
On the zone read, this is Jenkins. Unable to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Perfect example right there, Charles, of why they love this rookie runner.
And think about how the NFL and the college games are meshing together more and more. You don't have to go to the NFL and learn a new set of skills. What you did in college often makes you ready for the NFL.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. They work now on 2nd and 9. As they've got it as we resume action. To throw is Watson. Short throw here, the tight end Bates. They'll go for a gain of 7. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he is going to have the Browns 1st down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Watson. Into the hands of Cedric Tillman. From the 38 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
They'll run from the gun. It's Jenkins. 2 yards the game there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
3rd and 4.
Here's Watson. He's got his target. That's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
An inside run with Jenkins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Now it's Watson. Setting up a screen for Jenkins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Quinshon Jenkins with his first career NFL touchdown, as his guys are able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in Week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
14. Bengals 3.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Able to slither by. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Bengals set to take over. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Carried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
That was short one to Gesicki. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they did more than that. Here's Ryan Rico now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Heading out, it's a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Now Watson. He's got the hook up to him down Banco. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson. Now he'll tuck it. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But I think Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
It's now third down and
Here's Watson. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Demetrius Knight. That is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
The man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Jamar Chase, 39 yards. And the Bengals are back within a score.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Back to throw, Watson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
And 9 yards to go.
Watson now to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage there by Jordan Battle.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The Bengals offense and Jamar Chase set to take over once more. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. That one too wide and incomplete. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. An inside give, Brown. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Bengals bring out their punter now. as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Cleveland offense making their way out. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get through, but in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably in the next tier. But let me tell you something. He becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best. We'll see more of that in the future.
Pass caught by Famine. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Out quickly to Judy. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back to throw again. It's caught by OBJ. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports halftime
Our trip
report.
around the NFL starts now, and it starts with a good one in the AFC West. Okay, Brandon, thank you. Today is the day we've been working towards all summer, the debut of our new halftime show. So without further ado, let's roll. And it's Patrick Mahomes. A touchdown pass from 15 yards away. The Chiefs begin their search for a 4th straight Super Bowl appearance. They get the victory in Week 1. From there, why don't we go to South Philly, look in on the Eagles as they're hosting the Dallas Cowboys. And it's last year's Offensive Player of the Year, Saquon Barkley. Lastly, we go to Indianapolis. It's the Colts taking on the Miami Dolphins. And this is Alec Pierce. He's going to bring this one in, and away he goes. 75 yards this one goes. The catch and run for the score. This one is now at halftime, and it's the Colts with the lead in the opener at the half. Time for a look here at the rest of the games going on and what's to come here in Week 1 of the new NFL season. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Browns offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too.
Watson off play action. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Jackson Hill on the coverage.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. Nice run past the 30-yard line there. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive in the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 38. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Open man is Yoshibas. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. A throw out wide going to be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
It's caught at the 10. And they'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Jamar Chase, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the 2nd half. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the gun, here's Watson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st down, Sampson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun, Watson. Now he'll take it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Shamar Stewart in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? Second sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get one. That's memorable. Two? Hello.
Well, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now they go screen. It's complete. Oh, good move. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. To throw is Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's 4. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there. Yeah.
No.
And you went that far back. No bueno. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Mason Graham. That is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League.
Well, there's your first ROI, right? Return on investment of their first-round pick. His first NFL sack. I know they want him to be an impact player right out of the gate.
A lot of pressure to put on a young man, but I think you agree he has the ability to deliver on it.
And he just did. Probably the first of many sacks in a long career.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Bengals bring out their punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Fights through it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And they will take over first and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They will start this drive with Ford. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. Here's a 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Watson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line.
Here's Watson on the sneak. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's Watson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
It's 3rd.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Shamar Stewart able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. This will be fielded. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. And we're back now here in Cleveland. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Now the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position and only 1 play to score it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. The Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. That is not going to be any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. It'll be a 41-yard punt, getting 5 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The home team's offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. To the sideline and incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now it's Watson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
That's good. 4 first
to throw again. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now Watson. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Burrow looking to pass. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Shoves it away. 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. Another opportunity now for the Browns offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Watson. Now he's going to step up and run. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Watson now to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. Showed the nice footwork and then hit and drop shy of the 45. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Watson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. He'll look underneath and finds Brown. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31.
Now Burrow. Connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And Chase going to pick up a Bengals 1st down as he'll get this up to the 39. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
At the 39-yard line.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you had extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking him.
This one complete to Yoshibas. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Throwing, Burrow. And this one is incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And that's complete to Brown. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield and run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, and make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. Watson now to throw. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going. So Burrow and the Bengals down 24-17. Exactly 1 minute remaining. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. And that's into the hands of Gesicki. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 27-yard line.
And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he spikes it.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a 1st down.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That's another Bengals 1st down.
And he spikes it with just a shade under a half a minute left. 29 seconds on the clock.
Burrow. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. The dog pound barking as loud as they can here. 3rd down. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
And they're going to have first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 35.
15 yards on the play. That's another Bengals first down.
And he clocks it with just 10 seconds left. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Burrow. It's complete to Brown, right side.
Complete to Chase Brown.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Cleveland, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Some players' development traits are hidden to unlock their potential.
The new season starts now. I'm Scott Hansen, and you are tuned in to the brand new EA Sports Weekly Recap for Week 1. Plenty to get you caught up on. We start in Cleveland. The Browns at home to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. And it's the rookie from Tennessee, Dylan Sampson. Spots an opening, capitalizes on it, 15 yards for the touchdown. From there, why don't we go to South Philly, look in on the Eagles as they're hosting the Dallas Cowboys. And it's the man, Saquon Barkley. He's going to get in from 6 yards out. The Eagles begin their title defense with a victory in the season opener. One more to tell you about. It was the Chiefs and the Chargers, the Friday game down in Brazil. And this is Patrick Mahomes. This is going to end up a touchdown. The Chiefs come away with the victory on the road in the season opener. Until next week, Scott Hansen, good night from Orlando.
Welcome to the historic Inner Harbor of Baltimore, Maryland. Just a stone's throw away, you find M&T Bank Stadium, the home of the Ravens. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. On one sideline, there's the head coach of the Browns. This guy got the season started on the right foot, a home victory in the season opener. His counterpart on the Ravens side is John Harbaugh. His team also winners in their opener, so a couple of 1-0 teams doing battle here. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. We are set for a good one. Off we go here in Baltimore. They'll get across the 20, mark them down 23-yard line. So the Ravens will come out. They are led by the man who's won the MVP twice and was the runner-up a season ago. Hard to believe it is year 8 for Lamar Jackson as the Ravens quarterback.
Nothing real fancy when you look back on last week's game, Mike. I mean, he had the 2 touchdown passes, of course, the 1 interception he'd love to have back. But for the most part, I thought he...
Oh, right at the outside, he lost the football. The Browns say they have it, and they do.
You have to appreciate the effort of the ball carrier. I mean, how many tackles did it seem like he broke on that run? But so often we see it, Mike, time and time again. The more these guys fight for extra yards, they're fighting and clawing for every inch. That ball just gets a little lower and a little looser, and the way these guys are taught now on defense, if you don't have great ball security, they are going to attack it, and in this case, they're able to pop it loose and come up with a big takeaway.
That's complete. It's Cedric Tillman. And he'll be ridden out of bounds after a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6.
The runner here, it is the rookie from Tennessee. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Flush to his right. He'll carry that ball loosely, and it is out. One of his teammates there to take it back in. And he's going to take it in for the touchdown. Whoa. Have a friend in the right spot at the right time. The fumble, not a turnover, but a TD.
That's just such an athletic play by an NFL quarterback, Mike, and you can see he tried to remain a passer as long as possible, but once it became clear there was nowhere to go with the ball, he puts it down and decides to do the rest with his legs, and he's able to take it all the way in for a touchdown.
Makes the score Browns 7, Ravens nothing.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Ravens offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. So, Greg, the home opener after winning on the road, I know you've said it a bunch, there's a different satisfaction for a team to go on the road and get a win. So it's got to feel good to start your home season at 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, everyone loves to play week 1 at home. Your fans are into it. Hope and the optimism of the season is at an all-time high, but it doesn't always go that way. So they go on the road and they get a win. So now expectations coming back to your home field, your home crowd. Now everyone's really juiced up. So this is going to be a great environment, a great week 2 opportunity for them to not only start 2-0, but to get to 1-0 at home.
He'll step up and run this. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. Wow, it wasn't for lack of effort. He tried every which way to elude the defense, but he was outnumbered. They finally got him down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of yardage. 2nd down, Jackson. And it's left side and caught by Cloud. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. It's a short one caught by Andrews. And he's going to get this close to a first down, but he's out of bounds a yard short, and that's going to make it 4th down. They'll run for it with Henry, and he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
Well, I'll tell you, Mike, I'm feeling pretty good about my chances of picking up this 4th down when I've got big old Derrick Henry in the backfield. So what an unbelievable job by this defense coming up with a huge 4th down stop.
The Browns offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. So, Greg, this offense comes on the road here in week 2. Look, road games are so hard in the NFL, but it's nice to hit the road coming up a win at home.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it's amazing how winning creates more winning. It kind of has the ability to kind of build on itself. It's a snowball effect. So when you're winning, you're feeling good, everything works. And all of a sudden, you start losing, and you start questioning everything about your approach. So the key in the NFL is win or lose, you're on to the next game. And it's the team's ability to start fresh every single week, regardless of the previous week's outcome. Those are the teams that find themselves in position of the playoffs down the stretch.
And he puts his head down and he picks up the first down.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for the Browns. First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Sampson, and he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 4.
At the 39-yard line.
He'll run. This is Jerome Ford. And nice work here. He's got the first down to about the 30-yard line.
And the Browns, first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Out of the gun, Watson. This complete to Corley. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. Here's a shot toward the end zone. That one incomplete. Hubbard standing there, able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
The kick is perfect right down the middle. And the Browns will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to get back to work. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. On play action, here's Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. Here now, 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun, Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrew. A gain there of 11. 1st down, Baltimore.
Baltimore, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Give it to Henry. I don't think that was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. The shotgun. Here's Jackson. He's going to run it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
They'll run the sneak, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Here's 1st and 10.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll work straight ahead with Henry. A big hole. And he's in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year.
That was a special run, Mike. I mean, it's just rare to have that combination of contact, balance, and strength to not only run through the contact, but then to also have the speed to break away once you get into the open field.
Tyler Luke now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Ravens are on the board. It's 10-7.
Ravens 7.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Jerome Ford. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Browns offense ready to get back at it. With a solid start so far. Touchdown and a field goal on their first 2 possessions. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. It's the Browns with the advantage. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Start of the 2nd. Browns in control of the football. They've got it 2nd down and 11. From the shotgun, here's Watson. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Watson. The Pro Bowler the last 2 years. Ruben Marabike. He gets into drop in for his first sack of the young season.
And we've seen this time and time again. When this guy is in a groove, like he is here, I mean, he's impossible to block. I mean, the offensive line, they've got to come up with a better plan to slow him down, or he's going to completely wreck this game.
And he's going to be knocked down before he can even think about returning that one. Whoa! Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. Greg, when you step back and look at this AFC North, Baltimore and Pittsburgh, their rivalry now really for a couple of decades has in so many ways defined this division, and they set the tone for everything that happens when you are in an AFC North game.
And you talk about divisions having identities, they have their culture. Really at the top, Baltimore and Pittsburgh kind of want to play a similar style game, strong on defense, great run game. Obviously, Baltimore adds the extra element with Lamar Jackson. To me, the fascinating team, though, is what kind of jump can we expect, Mike, from the Cincinnati Bengals?
I agree with you, because if you think about the toughness and the physicality, Cincinnati can put up points in an electrifying fashion, and even one year Cleveland was up near the top of the division, they did that as well. But you come back to the defensive side of the ball, and when I look at these teams, Greg, I just think, man, these are defenses that can stop anybody in the league, and that's where you've got to invest in this division.
Yeah, and I think that's what's so fascinating about Cincinnati is they're kind of the outlier. They're the pass heavy, they're the spread attack, they've got unbelievable weapons on the outside, obviously Joe Burrow, quarterback. But it was the defense, and you said it, their inability to be as good on the defensive side of the ball as Baltimore, as Pittsburgh, traditionally, but especially last year, is really what allowed them to be the odd man looking in when they missed the playoffs. So I think if Cincinnati can just improve a little bit on defense, they have the offense to now enter and make it a three-man race in the AFC North.
They need to get it to the 27. This is third down. Complete. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
And the Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark them out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
4 yards. That's another.
Hopkins sent in motion.
First down.
Mitchell will take this one into the end zone. It's a Raven touchdown.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
On is Luke to add the extra point. The kick is good, and the Ravens are on top. It's 14-10. Touchdown. Luke is back out to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The Browns offense about ready to take over once more. Well, Greg, as the season starts, really the season never ends. Think back to the schedule release. The draft has become this multi-day. Kicked off by Roquan Smith.
Into the drive, you're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
Luke now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Ravens are out to a 21-10 lead. touchdown. Luke is back out to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. Well, Greg, it will be a very busy stretch for the passports. A lot of international games to look forward to. 7 in all outside the U.S. Chiefs and Chargers last week in Sao Paulo. Great ones to follow. Vikings and Steelers in Dublin. Vikings in London playing the Browns the very next week. Broncos and Jets, Rams and Jags. They'll also play in London week 6 and 7. The Falcons and the Colts are going to be in Germany in week 10. And the Commanders and Dolphins wrap up the international slate. That's in Madrid week 11. Greg, this has been such an additive part to the NFL season, all of these international games.
Yeah, I can tell you, Mike, having played one of the international games towards the end of my career in London when I played for Carolina, it's a great experience. It's fun for the players, it's fun for the coaches, it's fun for the fans and the families. So I expect this slate to continue to expand. There's so many fun international cities around the world that love NFL football.
And from what you hear, there's more to come. We could be at the point someday, very soon, where every team plays one game outside of the U.S. in each regular season. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. On comes the punter now. He'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll go again here with Henry. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now Jackson looking to throw. He'll look for Flowers downfield. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Ronnie Hickman. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge game. Cut into the deficit. No 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Raheem Sanders. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and
2. Once again, it's Sanders. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
Watson now on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on fourth down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
This taken at the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they will finally get him down. He gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. John Harbaugh there, the Super Bowl winning coach of the Ravens, as his guys get ready for their next possession from the 39. Here's a 1st and 10. You know, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks get in trouble, and down he goes.
Let's give a lot of credit there, Mike, to this defense. They remain disciplined on that play-action fake. Nobody bid on it, and quarterback has no choice but to just eat the ball and take the sack.
Jackson now on 2nd down. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Jackson to his big target, Andrews, for the Baltimore first down.
10 at the 48-yard line.
Back to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Jackson. The throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10.
And the Baltimore first down.
Off the play fake. Jackson. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. And he's in! Martin Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens. That is first touchdown of the new year. What a catch and run by the tight end as he takes it into the end zone and finishes the play. Greg, you know what that's like. Tight end touchdown.
Mike, so often the tight ends are considered to be the possession guys, right? They're the guy you throw it to when you need an easy catch, you need a reliable target. But not this guy. He is a downfield weapon, and he just showed you right there what he's capable of.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Here comes Ford on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Browns offense ready for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Watson to throw. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go. He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Now Watson. Going deep downfield for Judy. Oh, big hole, left side. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Well, the guy playing center field, the guy back there watching it all, had all the eyes on him, takes the interception, and goes all the way, Greg, for a very impressive touchdown.
Yeah, Mike, I just think the quarterback just locked locked in on his receiver the entire way. And as you said, that center fielder sitting back there, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes. And once he got his hands on that ball, it was nothing but green grass the other way for the pick six.
The extra point is good. And the Ravens add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. A return now from the 4. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Browns offense ready to take over once more. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this one. First down now. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. Throwing is Watson. He'll step up and run. And he's going to give himself up, but not before he picks up the first down. On first down, it's Watson. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6. Second down and 3. To throw is Watson. He'll get this out to the left flat. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
A gain of 4 yards.
A run up the middle, it's Sanders. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They'll come up here, first and 10.
On the play. And the Browns first down.
Here's Watson. He takes off. And he won't try to risk much more, sliding down a gain of 3. The Browns going to use the last of their timeouts now, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
And he missed it. It's no good. Everything's going wrong. Unable to cut into this big deficit.
Man, that would have been such a nice boost for this group going into halftime. The snap was good. The hold was good. He just couldn't quite get it through the uprights.
On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. We enjoyed it so much last week, the EA folks said, hey, come back, let's do it again. So here we are, week 2. Let's get after it. Our trip around the NFL starts now. At Lambeau Field in Green Bay, the Packers at home to take on the Commanders. And he was a top 10 rusher from a year ago, Josh Jacobs. He had 15 touchdowns on the ground last year. He's got his first of the new season right now. Next up, we go to the Steel City. We'll check in on the Steelers as they play host to the Seattle Seahawks. And this is Kenneth Walker III. He's going to take this one in, 11 yards on the touchdown run. This one's gone to halftime with the Seahawks looking for a 2-0 start. They lead at the half. Lastly, let's get down to Miami, the Dolphins hosting the New England Patriots. And it's Tua Tagovailoa. He's got a couple of touchdown passes in this first half, including this one. The Dolphins have the lead at the half in a battle of teams looking to avoid starting 0-2. We'll give you a look now at the remainder of the games in progress in the early window and what's still to come here in Week 2 of the National Football League regular season. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters, as we get you back out to the second half and rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
zone coverage. Had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
Here's Watson now on second down. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Georgia.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
Pistol give to Henry. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's going to be stopped well short of the first down. Gain of 6, but it brings up fourth down.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
43-yard attempt.
His kick is good. And the Ravens add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, you have things under control. Not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Browns offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Open this drive on the ground with 4. Wow, how he got away from that first defender, I have no idea. This will wind up with positive yardage on the play. From 29, here's second down and 7. Here's Watson. That's to the right side. He's got Corley. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Watson. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked up by Nate Wiggins.
And we've seen this throughout the entire game, like these receivers are having a hard time uncovering against this secondary. You force a quarterback to throw into a lot of tightly contested windows, it's going to end up in the wrong hands.
Here's Henry. Room to run at the 35. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 23 yards. Good for a Raven first down.
The 28-yard line.
Bateman is the motion man. On 1st and 10, Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the Browns' 21-yard.
Second down, Jackson. He finds DeAndre Hopkins for the catch. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Hopkins sent in motion. On the give, it's Mitchell. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. From the gun, Jackson. He runs with it. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
This is fielded inside the 5. Now an opening past the 30. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Browns offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. The drive starts with a carry by 4. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. 2nd and 10. Again, it's 4. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st. To gain positive yards, stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down. Hunting time for the Browns. They're set to kick it away. Fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go. And he's turned a number of those into big plays. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 31. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
We go right back to Henry. Taking on defenders. Plowing forward. A pickup of 5.
36-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Brings up
3rd and short. Jackson. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. 17 yards on that connection. 1st down, Baltimore.
And the Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll send a tight end in motion. On the handoff, it's Henry. And he's able to force his way through one man, but he can only muster about a yard on that play. Second down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and
here's the toss, right side to Henry. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. A terrific run there. He's finally taken down at the 25-yard line. A gain there of 21. Good for a Raven first down. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Ward. And the Browns will take over here just past the 30.
Mike, it's very simple in the NFL. You're just not going to win a lot of games when you're losing the turnover battle to this degree. And it's their struggles protecting the football. They've continued to hurt them here today, and that's why they find themselves trailing to this point in the game.
Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Now here comes the screen for Ford. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
10 yards. That's good for a Browns.
From the shotgun, here's Watson. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
That's another
Here again, Watson. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
throwaway and incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing again is Watson. Here's a screen set up for Ford. And that one's just too long to get going. They'll come up and stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the way.
Gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It is 3rd and 10. Again, it's Watson. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Keanu Benton. He's in there to drop him. And it leads to 4th down.
He has to do a better job identifying where the pressure is coming from, Mike, before the ball is snapped. He's got to get this ball out of his hand, to his outlet, to his hot receiver. But then once he senses the pressure, he kind of panics, and it's an easy sack, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down.
Is a turnover on down.
Now Lamar going to hang on to it. Oh, a loose football. The Browns say they have it, and they do. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. Greg, what a terrible play for the... You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And, Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball. This next possession, we believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. And it would appear they are on their way to a 2-0 start as they begin things here with 1st and 10 in this 4th quarter. They'll run the draw. Here's Henry. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
He does a nice job coming. His safety position, filling his run gap assignment, keeps this to a modest gain at best.
On 3rd down, Jackson going up top and looking for Flowers. That is hard, and he will take this one in. 78 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. And another score in another good performance after winning the opener on their way to 2-0.
Mike, you can't be 2-0 without being 1-0, and for them to be able to continue to string early wins together in the first part of the year, this is the start that every team dreams about. This is what you work for all offseason long, to start your season and build some early momentum. Gives you a lot of flexibility and wiggle room as the rest of this season plays on.
Ravens 52.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Here comes Ford on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Browns offense make their way out to take over. Once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down. Gun snap to Watson. That's caught. Down the field is Tillman. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Throwing is Watson. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. Watson to throw again. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Goes brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Watson to throw. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Makes things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession. And
he will get into the end zone. Malachi Corley. Touchdown, Browns. His 1st touchdown of the new campaign. Point after try forthcoming. He gets it to go, and the Browns will get just a bit closer.
Browns 27.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Dejounte Wester now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens handed back out again. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play. So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. Jackson. That one complete. It's Keaton Mitchell. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up third.
Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. On third down, here's a run by Henry. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their 2nd. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Go again here with Henry. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
Tackled back at the 35-yard line.
Off the play fake. Jackson. The coverage right there. And it's knocked away. Incomplete. 3rd and long.
He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
Jackson now. Throw. Left side. Caught by Andrews. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. Going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. On 1st and 10, here's Watson. Now here comes the screen to Sampson. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 31-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and
on the handoff, 4. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
Taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd.
They'll try to sneak it here. He's going to have a Browns first down. At least it would appear that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do give him the conversion on 3rd and 1.
First down. A pickup of 2 yards. First down, Cleveland.
A give to Ford on the zone read. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Back to throw is Watson. That's complete. And it is Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 35 yards. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, a fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's Watson. He keeps it himself.
That play had sack written all over it. So that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
He'll run again. And they'll have first and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
A gain of 15 yards. That's another Browns first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll run with Sampson. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line. Second and goal.
7 brings up second and goal.
Once more, it's Sampson. Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short. The Browns going to use the last of their timeouts now. Clock stops with 33 seconds remaining. Now Watson on third and goal. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Wester now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
First and 10.
The Ravens offense and receiver Zay Flowers heading back onto the field. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. So it's a win here for the Ravens. They get the job done here at home, and they follow the opening weekend victory with another here to move to 2-0 on the season. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.